Hey guys, in this video we will learn how to light an exterior scene in Unity's Universal Render Pipeline or URP. During this tutorial, we will cover how to generate ambient light using HDRI skyboxes, how to quickly generate and add neural maps to upgrade your materials, and finally we will use post-processing effects to take the lighting in your scene to the next level. So without wasting your time, let's get started. For this tutorial, I'm gonna use this modular Victorian City pack which is available for free on Unity Asset Store. So let's import this package in Unity. Alright, I have imported the package in Unity and this is how the scene looks like by default. As you can see, the lighting is pretty flat and the scene is looking very boring. So let's start lighting this scene. First, I'm gonna delete the lighting in the scene. So I delete this direction light and also the global volume. And also go to the lighting section and go to the environment section. And as you can see right now it is using default skybox, so I clear the bake data. So as you can see now everything is black, which is a good starting point to start lighting. So first we will add a nice skybox material to our scene. There are a couple of ways to create skybox material. The way I like the most is by using HDRI images because that is very easy. For that, you only need HDRI images which are easily available on the internet. So to download HDRI images, I use this Polyheaven website and there are hundreds of HDRI images available for free on this website. So for the lighting, I'm going to choose a evening HDRI image. So for that, I think this HDRI will suit the best. So I download this HDRI image and import this in Unity. So in Unity, I create a new folder. I call this textures and open up in this Windows Explorer and paste the HDRI here. Okay, now jump back to Unity. Then go to the inspector panel and in the texture shape mode, set it to cube map. Apply. Next, you need to create an skybox material. For that, right click and create a new material. I call this skybox material. And in the shader option, go to skybox and choose cube map. Now simply drag and drop this skybox into this cube map section. Okay. And next, go to your lighting and environment section and drag and drop this skybox material here. And now you can see the skybox material is added to our scene. From here you can control the exposure or also you can rotate your HDRI. So I slightly rotate this HDRI, something like this, because I want the lighting from this side. Okay. Next, to generate the ambient light, simply click on generate lighting. And as you can see, it has generated a basic ambient light based on the skybox material. Next, let's add sunlight to the scene. So for that, I right click, light and create a direction light. I call this sun and set the color according to this HDRI. So I choose this yellowish color and also adjust the angle. Then slightly increase the intensity because I think the sun is a bit dull. So I set it to 1.5 and in the shadow type, I choose soft shadows. And also I want to slightly reduce the ambient light because I think it's a bit high. So I set to 0.75. Okay, now looking much better. Next, let's add a little bit fog to the scene. The fog is very useful in nightlight situation, but it can also add a little depth to the scene in daylight scenario. Here I also select slightly yellowish color like this and choose exponential. Reduce the intensity to really low, something like 0.001. As you can see, it's adding a little bit depth to the scene. Next, I want to show you how you can quickly improve materials in your scene by adding neural map. Because right now I think the materials are looking very flat. So if I select this ground material, as you can see, it only has a base map. So let's quickly generate a norm map to add some depth to this material. So for that, I use this website. Link is given in the description. So select your textures and then simply drag and drop your texture here, and it will instantly generate a norm map for your textures. You can use these settings if you want, or you can play with these options and find your own settings that suits your need. Here you can also generate displacement, ambient occlusion, or specular map. But right now I'm only generating norm map. Once you are done with this setting, here you choose your output format. I choose JPG. Here you can download individual textures or click on all to download all the textures. So I click on download and this will download my norm map. Then I import this norm map in Unity. Okay, here is the generated norm map. To use this norm map, go to texture type and choose norm map and hit apply. Then go to material and assign this norm map in this slot. Now if I zoom in here, and you can clearly see a difference that norm map has added to this material. So I've slightly increased the intensity. You can see it has added a definition to this material. So I again set it to 2. Okay, now let's add the final component to the scene, which is post-processing. So first I select my main camera, and in the anti-aliasing section I choose temporal anti-aliasing, which will fix these jagged lines. Next I'm gonna add ambient occlusion. For that, go to edit, project settings, choose your RP asset, and now you choose your renderer, and from here add render feature, choose screen space ambient occlusion. Then I increase the radius to something like 1, and I want to decrease the intensity. Okay, and as you can see, this ambient occlusion feature has added nice contact shadows in these areas. Next, let's add post-process volume to the scene. For that, right click, go to volume and choose global volume. Click on new to create a new profile. And first of all, I'm gonna add a tone mapping. And in this one, I'm gonna choose neutral. You can also try ACS, but I found that this ACS tone mapping sometimes overdark the shadow areas. So this time I'm gonna choose neutral. This tone mapping will also prevent any overexposed area in the scene. Next I'm gonna add bloom. So I go to post process and choose bloom. Click all and increase the intensity and reduce the threshold, maybe like 0.5, 0.7. Next I'm gonna add color adjustment. Slightly increase the contrast and also the saturation. Next I'm going to add white balance to slightly add warm tone to the scene, something like this. And next let's add shadow midtone highlights and increase the warm tone, and finally add some vignette to darken the corner of the scene. And here you can see the result before and after adding the post process. And before I wrap up, I want to show you one more thing. If I go to edit, project settings, and from this add render feature, if I choose screen space global illumination and then go to global volume, and from here add screen space global illumination and enable this feature, and as you can see, this will further improve your lighting in the scene. So if I show you the result, you can see right now this ambient occlusion is causing unnecessary contact shadows, and if I turn on this effect, you can see the nice lighting here. If you want to learn how to use screen space GI in URP, you can watch a complete tutorial from my Patreon page. where you will also find many other advanced tutorials. If you have any queries regarding these tutorials, feel free to ask me in the comment section, or you can join my Discord server. Links are given in the description. And finally, I would like to say thanks to all my Patreon supporters, especially Ashish Chorey, Monje Hio, Henrik Rasmussen, Jay, Dale Ramsey Gedam, Chandrasekhar Kagne, Dennis Driscoll, Laura Lorna Lezak, Jian Chen, Aaron Lewis, Oscar Wattenstahl, Suin Myre, Mr. Duncan Birch, Volker Zebre, and Jason Hager. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.